Welcome to Tour de Fleece week 2. Today is day 8 of the tour and I already have a skein of yarn. I have spent the afternoon, I say spent the afternoon, that's a very generous amount of time. But I did finish technically my second skein from this, but this is my official Tour de Fleece skein. I do have the first one here. This is what they both look like. I love this. My second skein is the better of the two. Obviously, I kind of cracked the settings on this one. But there's not enough of a difference to like not be able to use these together. That would be crazy. I am so happy with this. I got on so much better. There are still, you can probably see, especially in this bit, there are some like very blown out areas, and up here as well, and kind of through here. That's from the first bobbin of this skein, where I still hadn't quite figured out the settings. That's why that looks like that. But that is okay. I did accept that this was kind of a trial to actually understand how the spinner works. But I'm really, really pleased with this. I love the colours so much. The purples and the greens are so beautiful. I'm really, really pleased. I don't know how much I have yet because I'm going to wash, obviously, and then measure at the end. Woo! God, that scared the life out of me. So I'm going to wash and then measure, which is how I do all of my skeins. Because there would be a small difference if I measured it now compared to at the end, so I might as well just do it at the end. I would like to be able to turn this into a little cowl maybe in the colder months. But I'm not going to be making anything with this straight away. But it's just so cute. So only this skein actually qualifies for Tour de Fleece. So pleased. Because I think that I've managed to crack the code. I am feeling brave enough to actually test this fleece. This is my Beaumont and BFL combo. I have 3 Rolags here. Let me just fossil these again. I chucked them in the bag and they all kind of just came undone into little sausages. This is that. It's so gorgeous, so fluffy, so soft. They each weigh 3 grams. So I'm going to spin these onto their own separate bobbins. I'm going to ply them and I'm going to see how they behave. This is like really my special fleece, more so than my Shetland. And I really want this to be perfect. I don't want any more chunky skeins of yarn. I want a true flippin' DK. So I'm going to put in the effort. I'm going to do what I should have done this whole time, and I'm going to spin a sample. That's the word I was looking for, not test, a sample. And I'm okay with letting this amount go. I think there was a couple that weighed 2 grams. There was like 1.5, 1.6 gram, 2 4 grams, and then I had these 3 grams. So this is what we're going to do now. I'm going to see if the settings that I think I like are actually good enough. I'm going to make sure that I'm spinning fine, and I'm going to make sure that there is enough twist. So that is what we're going to do today, and I think that might actually be the end of day 8 at that point. I don't know if I'm going to do any more spinning because I have not knit more than like 2 rows in like a week, maybe even over a week, and I really would like to spend some time knitting. So I think that's how I'm going to finish off my evening. I'm going to stick a movie on and knit after I've completed the sample. I'm assuming that I'm going to have time to spin the singles and ply this today. That would be ideal because a sample that small should dry by tomorrow, and then I will know if I can go ahead or if I need to change anything. So that is my plan so far. At this point, my week 1 video has not uploaded. I'm exporting the edited footage now. So I don't know how people are feeling about days 1 through 7 yet. I have received 0 feedback. So I'm a little bit nervous. I just don't want to get too far into this video and then realize that people maybe didn't like something or they wanted to see more of a different thing maybe. So we will see. This video may be in a different style to the last one. Who knows? Who knows? I'm hoping that I can get this uploaded tonight so that people have some time left this weekend to actually watch it. So who knows? We'll see. But yeah, I'm going to start spinning these now. I just finished spinning my sample. Let me just show you. I was very close. Obviously, each one did weigh out at 3 grams. This one did finish first, but I am quite close. I can see, I think this might have been the second, and this might have been the third, just based on like the quality of my spin. I can see that this one still has blown spots, whereas this one is like pretty consistently twisted. There is this very small part of me that is tempted to spin, like finish this as like a miniature 2-ply sample. But at the same time, like, do I really care? Like, it's such a small amount of yarn. We'll see, we'll see. Anyway, this is my little sample. It's quite, like, blown out because of how pale it is. How's that? It does have a fair bit of VM in there because the VM that was in the fleece is very fine, so it was quite hard to remove it. So I kind of just, I kind of just left it in there when I was spinning the singles, because then as I retwist the other way, I'm able to remove like the big chunks that were like stuck like in the middle of the row legs. So it has helped to clean it up. I can see this maybe is a little too thin. I have my miniature niddy noddy here. I think I just got this off eBay a little while ago. So let's wind this off and see. I'm obviously not going to like fully judge this until it's been washed and dried, because I'm hoping if this is anything like the Shetland that it will bloom and then it will be DK, because this is very thin. This is, let me get my, this is, okay, it's in between DK and a sport weight. It's a very thin DK, and it is a thick 4-ply. I would say this is more sport, and obviously I do want a DK around the like 12 WPI range. So I might actually just get that extra little bit when this gets washed. Just try and trap that there so I can hold this now. It's very lumpy and bumpy. It's very nappy. This is actually more consistent than it felt when I was like actually spinning this. I'm quite impressed, I'm not gonna lie. I just hope that this blooms a little bit. But it is very nice. Just some more VM. Okay, I'm gonna get this wound and then we can discuss as I pick out all of this VM. Okay, I have tied it off. I didn't bother to secure the ends because it is such a teeny tiny sample, and this may never even actually get knitted up or anything like that. Who knows? Maybe for a gauge swatch, probably this could be a good amount of yarn. I have no idea. I have never knit a gauge swatch before. Let's have a look. Oh my god. This is so cute. There, as always, are a couple of blown spots. But it is really, really cute. I like this. And it is very soft. Obviously. We all knew it was going to be soft. This is... Can you see? Is it just focusing on me? Let me section like a good piece. Oh, this is a good piece. Here. Can you see that? You can actually get a pretty good view of all these other areas here. This is so cute. Oh, I'm actually really glad that I did this test. This was a lot of fun. Let me try and catch. That's a bit better. And let's hank this up. Guys, I feel like this could probably be, oh, well, I'm so bad at like hanking these, I'm not gonna lie. Let me just, there's a couple of more bits of VM that I have access to now, like some big pieces. Here we go. Here is My first little sample of my Beaumont BFL combo. I'm so pleased with this. This is such a good way to end the day. Let me get this up now that there's like no tension. This is feeling more like a 4-ply. I actually don't have enough bobbins to spin a 4-plied DK. So I'm definitely relying on the washing process to make this bloom. If not, not sure what we're going to do about that, because it does need to be DK. And I can't really spin, well, I can spin thicker. I probably could spin thicker. Anyway, let's bring you up. I think that for a day 1 of week 2, this is a huge success. This is what we have managed to spin up on day 1 of week 2, or day 8 of Tour de Fleece. We are flying through this. This has been so much fun. I will get back to you tomorrow with how this is looking. And I think I know what braid I want to spin next. I'm going to show you. I have another 2 braids of this colorway. These are also from Fibre Junkie Unvented. And these are the colors. That is a cat, by the way. The cat is literally fine. It just has the most insane meow ever. This is like 227 grams total, I believe. I think I want to spin this next. I think that this would be really cool. And then I'm going to make my way through my Skein in the Stitch stash, because I have flipping loads of those. But this is, I want to do this because I can just spin and not really think about it, whereas the other ones I have to consider the way that I would like to spin them. But we'll go over that when we come to it. But this is my next spin on my Argonaut, unless I do decide to continue with this. Not sure. We'll see. That's it for day 8. Good night, guys. Hey guys, it is whatever day comes after yesterday. I can't remember what day, what number. I think today is technically day 9, right? I'm not really sure. I have finished, I've washed and finished the last couple of skeins. Why? What is wrong with me today? I mean, when can I ever form a sentence, honestly? By the way, I have my fan on. I hope that this isn't annoying anybody. It is too hot to turn it off. I'm not going to show you one of them, obviously, because I didn't spin it as part of the tour, but you have probably seen it already at this point. That is this skein here that I spun on my Argonaut. It is so beaut. I think in total, let me have a look here. I have worked it out. This skein comes in at 167 meters. In total, I have 286. It is, apparently this is a heavy DK. I don't know that I believe that. There are a lot of like very fine sections. So, like here, for example, there's a lot of fine sections, and then there are some like these that are obviously very blown. But like with a little bit of pressure, they become like super fine as well. I think that when it comes to it, I'm literally just going to treat this as a DK. It is so nice. It like doesn't smell at all, which is kind of a shame. I actually quite like the smell that handspun normally has. But I'm really, really pleased with this. And it's so lightweight as well. It's lovely. And then, more importantly, I can never remember the word. My sample of my Beaumont and my BFL blend. Look how amazing this turned out. This is 8 grams and it is 15 meters. And this apparently is a true DK. I thought this would be too fine to be classed as a DK, but apparently it isn't. I'm so pleased with how this turned out, because I did want a DK, if anything, maybe on the heavier side. But yeah, I'm so pleased with this. I really, really love it. God, that one really smells like... So, the adjustments that I would make when it comes to actually doing my like legit spin, I will card my Rolex 3 times, but it is still a little bit nippy, and there are still some sections that like haven't been carded at all. So I will like pass them 4 times moving forward, so that it has just that little extra chance to get brushed through. And there was something else. I spoke about this in my TikTok earlier. Was there something else? That might actually be it, to be honest with you. I'm just so pleased with this. You can see where like one strand isn't as spun as the others. So I just have to make sure that I'm not like overspinning or underspinning, which no. But otherwise I would be really happy with this. I don't know like how many meters you like generally need for like a gauge swatch, but I would probably just try and use this, because otherwise like what am I gonna do with like such a small amount of yarn? This is so cute. This is the smallest skein that I have ever spun. But I'm really, really pleased. Anyway, I have spent my afternoon, my boyfriend is watching my week 1 upload right now, and he's texting me updates. He said that he got emotional when he was listening to me say that I was lonely. And now I'm getting emotional all over again. Anyway, I spent my afternoon combing my Shetland fleece. I have somewhat replenished my bag full of nests, so that today I would like to finish this bobbin today, which I think I'll be able to do with this. Now, I am a little bit concerned because I don't have like tons and tons of fleece left over. So there is a chance that I don't spin enough. If that happens, we'll just figure it out and we'll just pick a different pattern. It doesn't have to be the Frankie. My heart isn't set, you know. So I don't know, I could just be being paranoid. So this is one of the nests that I combed today. This one is quite dark. When I have a look at this one, let me just compare, like the color variations is mental, and like I don't even realize that the difference is that great until I look at it like this. But it's okay. This doesn't bother me. I like that there's a variation that is like kind of like what I had in mind anyway. I didn't want it to be like a perfect blend. So that is what we're going to do for the next little bit of my evening. Well, as we're just going into the evening now, I think it's about 4 o'clock now. It is 4:15. And, yeah, I think I want to fill up this bobbin at least. And then I think I might move on to carding some rolags, because my Argonaut is empty at the moment, and I'm unsure if I want to commit to doing 2 fleece spins or if I should stick with my original plan and spin my hand-dyed braids on my Argonaut, because I do have such a huge stash and I really need to work through this stash because I don't really have any more space to put them as they keep arriving. Okay, so I'm gonna... Do I have anything that I want to talk about right now? I don't think so. I think that today I am just going to stick on a movie because I didn't watch a movie when I said I was going to yesterday. And I'm going to spin. And then I'm sure when a thought pops up in my head, I'll just come back to you then. Hi guys, I'm having a bit of an emotional day today. We're already making crying on the internet a theme in every video apparently, but I had to make a really difficult decision in regards to my job today. I'm trying to pursue an apprenticeship, and it's been really difficult to find an employer. And I applied for a position today with the council, and the interview dates are like basically just before when the position actually starts. And because I am 28 years old in full-time employment, I'm not just a 16-year-old with no responsibilities. I obviously need to work a notice period, and if I wait to do the interview and get the job, I would then have to work my notice period at the same time as working a second full-time job, and that is not possible, even though I did try and figure out a way that would be possible. I made the very brave decision to hand in my notice
in advance, because I really, really, really want this job, and I think that it would be a mistake to let this potential opportunity go. But it still makes me really sad because I'm really scared for if it doesn't work out. But I'm very fortunate that my family are very supportive, and I kind of have no real outgoings, so it won't be impossible to figure out. And if I don't get this job, I have no idea what I'm going to do instead. I didn't go to uni or anything like that, so yeah, the idea of not, I don't mean not getting what I want in like a stroppy way, but the idea of not achieving my goal is like terrifying to me. So my boyfriend is whisking me off to his house for a little while whilst I freak out about all of the potential what ifs, instead of just like, it's completely out of my control at this point. I've done everything that I can do. I just need to wait to hear back from them following my application. So obviously I know that there's no point stressing out about it in advance. But that is just not the kind of person that I am. And my default response to like any emotion is to cry. So here we are. Anyway, so because I'm going to my boyfriend's, I have to be quite picky with the stuff that I take, because I obviously don't want to move like my entire life into his house, because that's not fair. So I have my Mood Clio XL with my knitting supplies. I've taken obviously my willow shawl, that's in here. I've got my Mood Stockholm with all of my bits and pieces. I've got my shorties, my notebook, and some extra little bits and pieces that I may need. I obviously also have my porcelain sock project. I know that this is literally about Tour de Fleece, by the way. I'm getting to the Tour de Fleece related information. This is how far onto the foot that I am, which is really exciting. And I'm also taking some handspun for a secret project that I am not allowed to talk about yet, which I would like to start this evening. And then obviously patterns and stuff like that. So this is coming with me. I'm also going to take my Argonaut, of course, because that can fit really nicely in my, I think you can kind of see it there. It's holding my clothes at the moment in my Mars. But I am limited to the fibre that I can take, because if I take my fleece, I have to take quite a few things to accompany it. But I think what I'm going to do is, because I know myself and I would appreciate the option, I'm going to take this braid behind you here. I'm sure I've shown you this already. I have two of these braids in here. I'm going to take those because I would like to spin those next. And I think that I'm going to take my Beaumont MBFL and potentially start spinning on that. I don't know which I would like to start. I think that the most sensible choice would be to spin this, but the most realistic choice would be to spin my fleece, because I will probably knit with that before I knit with this. But it does mean that I have to create the rolags as I go, because I don't have a ton of those made up in advance, which is not the end of the world, but obviously it means that I have to take more stuff. My boyfriend, bless him, is basically like, if there's something that I want, then he will carry it for me. He will take it for me. So in his mind, both of my wheels are coming, all of my fleece is coming, my braids or a braid is coming, which, whilst of course I would love to take him up on that offer, then I have to bring it all back again, and that just doesn't really appeal to me. So I think that means that my Shetland spin is on a temporary hold, unless I decide to bring it another day, because I don't have to take everything today. And that is where I'm at currently. It is day 10, I think. I don't know if I said that already. It is also... Oh. My apologies. It is like 7:30 in the evening. I still need to wash my hair and stuff like that, so I'm gonna get a move on. Pardon me. And then in the next clip, I'm sure I will be spinning whichever thing I decide to spin. So enjoy. Sorry for crying on the internet again. I don't know why I felt compelled to tell you guys that, but I need to tell somebody, because I've only spoken to my mum and my boyfriend about it, and obviously my work knows that I'm quitting. Oh my god, I quit my job, and I have no other job lined up. What a terrifying thought that is. That is so the opposite of me. It's insane. What the hell am I doing? Oh, I'm terrified. I hate the unknown. I hate change. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna go, because the sooner I get through all of this, the sooner I can start spinning. Hello, it is I just worked this out, it's Wednesday, I believe it is day 12 today, and I am back at home temporarily because I was given a work from home day to complete some projects, and I thought I would get my guaranteed 15 minutes of spinning per day in on my lunch break. I feel like I haven't sat down and spoken to you in a long time, so apologies for that if that is the case. I'm pretty sure that the last time that you actually heard from me, I was crying again, so really sorry to leave you with that. I am feeling much better. I'm feeling much more positive about my situation. anything that I repeat will be deleted. I can't remember what I've said already, but I did decide to hand in my notice in advance, which is a huge risk. But I really want to be able to start this apprenticeship, training as an electrician. I don't know if I've said that already. And if I wait to do the interview and get my job offer, I will not have enough time to complete a notice at my current job, and I would not ever just abandon them. Because I've worked there for such a long time now, I've hired most of the staff there. I'm not going to say that we're like a family, because that's not the case, but and I think that whole concept is strange, but we are all friends. I really respect everybody that I work with, and it just wouldn't be right to just abandon them. They deserve to have somebody that is appropriately trained when I am replaced. But that does obviously mean that I am risking complete unemployment if I don't get this job. Now, there really is no reason not to be egotistical. There really is no reason that I will not get one of 4 positions. And I just need to remember to keep that mindset whilst I wait. Because I don't really believe in like manifestation, but I don't really want to run the risk, you know? So I'm stressed because I am the kind of person that will come up with a plan A, B, and C, whatever it is that I'm doing, and then I'll act. Whereas I had 3 hours to make a decision on Monday, so I was very overwhelmed and I was very upset. And I did cry the entire night. I'm not super sad anymore. I'm trying to remain excited because it is a bit of a thrill, but still, I don't want to be unemployed because I really have no idea what else I would do. Anyway, back to tour. I have been spinning on my Argonaut at Joe's house. I started spinning a braid instead of my fleece, and I haven't really had a very good time with it. The settings that I said that I think are my preferred settings didn't translate across to this braid, which was a little bit stressful. I think I have the right amount of twist in my single. I've only finished 1 bobbin, but my drafting is very inconsistent, and I find it really hard to maintain consistency. Again, I feel completely out of control with the wheel, and it is just not an enjoyable experience the same way that right now I'm having absolute fun. I'm loving every second of this. I know exactly where I stand, and the wheel also understands that I am in control, you know? So we'll see. I'm not going to give up yet. It is still too early to give up. This is only my second braid spun on my Argonaut. But once that is done, I am going to move on to my white fleece. So wish me luck with that one. Because that was going to be so stressful if that goes wrong. But I have more fleece from that spin than I do of this. So I have a little bit of room to make a mistake, I think. So So, I only have, see, I'm just at the end of this nest. I only have 3 more prepared. So I might spend, because I'm going back to my boyfriend's house today, I might spend a little bit of time in the early evening combing some nests for the weekend. But we'll see how I feel. Oh my god, I've just remembered the most important thing that I wanted to say to you guys. So a week and 1 day ago, or a week and 2 days ago, I was literally crying to you because we hit 100 subscribers. We are now just over 200 subscribers. What the fuck? That is mental. My week 1 video has done so well, and I really, really, really appreciate every single person that has watched that video, that has liked it and left a comment. I can't believe it. Oh my god, I've just remembered the other thing that I wanted to talk to you about. So yes, thank you to everybody that is watching and subscribing and liking and commenting, even if you're enjoying in silence, because I am the kind of person that will enjoy from afar. Don't worry, thank you too. So where was I going? Oh my god, I just got so overwhelmed with that new information. I think it's 201 maybe. It's just mental, and it's so exciting as well. So obviously with these new job developments, I have a week of holiday that I am due, which I'm taking at the end of July. Which means that I am free on the last Saturday of July to go to my guild meeting. How exciting is that? So many people in my comments have really filled me with confidence to just get over it and go. So I am going to do that. I don't really know how it works in regards to just turning up, because I know that there is a very small fee that I will have to pay, which is fine. So I'm probably going to email them in advance just to find out what to expect, because I don't really like turning up blind, because I would just feel so awkward on top of already feeling awkward. And because of my last day at my job in August, I've had to finish my last day is a Wednesday because I have a wedding to attend that Thursday. So I thought I might as well just quit essentially before then, because I was only going to take the day off anyway, or the Thursday and the Friday off anyway. Which, because that's when my job ends, I can also attend this meeting in August on the last Saturday. So that is so exciting, because I wasn't expecting to be able to go until September or October. And whether I get the apprenticeship or I am unemployed and whatever happens following that, there kind of is no reason why I wouldn't be able to continue attending whenever they meet. And somebody had a really good point where they probably do also meet in smaller groups unofficially, aside from just that day, that last Saturday every month. Which, of course they probably do. So I think that it would be really nice if I was able to participate in any of those as well. So yeah, that's really, really good news, and it is making me feel selfishly better about my situation. So yeah, now I can just get on and be brave and do that. And there were a couple of people also in my comments that were saying they were in a similar situation to me, where they really wanted to take part, but they were also feeling nervous for similar or different reasons, I would like to challenge you to also finding a little bit of bravery, a little bit of courage, and attending at least once. So then you can make up your mind and decide if it is for you or not. Because if I'm going to do it, then you've got to do it too. And obviously I will tell you how my experience goes. I may even make that its own miniature vlog. We'll see. And I want to hear about your experience when it's your turn, please. I think that would be so nice. And that's what it's all about, isn't it? We've got to encourage other people to do things that scare them. Because we can't all be scared forever. What a boring and sheltered life that would be, right? So I think that is actually all of the updates that I have for you. I am almost at the toe on my porcelain sock. I know this is not tool related, but whatever. I want to talk about it anyway. I'm almost at the toe on my porcelain sock. I have not planned what sock that I want to start next, but I am feeling using my Winnie the Pooh inspired yarn and maybe doing like a 2x1 rib sock or something like that. But we'll see. I have to go back through my favourites on Ravelry and see what is inspiring me. That was a little bit too thin. And I also... Today I'm going to start my new secret project that I cannot discuss yet. Unfortunately, it is not like super duper exciting. So don't get your hopes up. It's nothing like crazy. I just can't talk about it yet. And as soon as I finish this blimmin' show, I can get on and start my Sunny Tea, which I'm really, really, really excited for. Really, really, really. My boyfriend always laughs at me because apparently I can't pronounce my R's very well. I don't know if that's true or not, or if he's just taking the mic. You let me know. But yeah, so hopefully no more crying on the internet because it is embarrassing. So I feel like I know I'm gonna like get to a portion where I'm not talking and then I will like think of a million things that I want to discuss. I'm also wondering if maybe it would be fun to host like a 500 subscriber giveaway. I have no idea how to run a giveaway. I haven't... Thank you very much. I haven't looked into it or anything like that yet. But I think that could be really fun. So keep an eye out for that, if that becomes a thing. Maybe next time I speak with you, I'll have a little bit more information. I think that could be really cool. I might offer up one of my hand-spun skeins. Or something along those lines. I don't know. Oh, yeah, maybe. We'll see. I don't know. I could completely change my mind. Who knows? Who knows? But, yeah, a little way to say thank you for all the support that I've been shown so far. It's been amazing. One person actually DM'd me on Instagram, and that made me cry as well. So, I'm really sorry, I cannot remember your name off the top of my head, but if you're watching this video, obviously you know who you are. I cried, which is why I read your message and did not reply immediately. Such a crybaby, it's so funny, at my big age too. Oh dear. But yeah, feeling good, feeling positive, still enjoying tour, gone back to being a little bit stressed with my Argonaut, still being really lazy with fibre prep. I've been trying to steal a little more time back for knitting. I haven't really been able to do that, which is a little bit of a shame, but it is okay. Anyway, I think I'm gonna shut up now because, oh, this is a very long clip. So I am going to shut up and you can watch my spinning for a minute. Hi again. It is still whatever day I said it was. I'm obviously back at my boyfriend's house now. I got all of my work done. I'm feeling really good about the amount that I got to do today. And I'm gonna do a little bit more spinning because today is the England versus Argentina game. My boyfriend is a football mega fan, and I very surprisingly has decided to watch it at home with me instead of going out with his friends. Fair enough. So I want to get all of my spinning done for the day before the game because he's going to be up, down, and I don't want to risk anything getting messed up. So I'm going to knit tonight. I'm going to show you as well what this spin is looking like so far because I can't remember how much you've seen of this. This is bobbin number 1. It looks decent, to be fair. I think it's gonna be really thick and thin because my consistency completely went out the door. But the colours are so cool. So now I just need to build my second bobbin. I'm going to stick with this one. So with this braid, I need to split it into 4. So I'm going to do it in half and then half again. But I need to find a section that splits in the middle pretty evenly. Like there. And just pull it apart all the way. So I'm gonna get straight to spinning. today. It is whatever number day Thursday of week 2 is, and it has been a slow week for spinning. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I've had nowhere near the same amount of time as I did on week 1, so I'm really sorry for that. But I finally have a skein to show you. I have a finished skein of yarn that I've spun on my Argonaut, and this is what it's looking like. Now, this might be the most balanced yarn that I have spun to date. There is almost no spin or twist to this. There's a teeny tiny bit at the bottom there, but this is fantastic. The light is making this appear a lot more orange than it is. But I love this. I'm so impressed. This is probably coming out at DK, fingering DK, I'd say. Now, oh my god, I managed to put the most perfect amount of twist into my singles this time. My consistency still wasn't very great, but my twist is, because of the twist, the yarn overall is better regardless. My drafting, not so good. I also probably didn't split the braid completely 50-50 because one of these is not like the other. I have got quite a bit left over. This is bobbin number 2. So my consistency on this one was obviously much better than the first because I was having trouble with the settings all over again. The settings that I said, sorry, I have so much fluff on my face. The settings that I said I liked, they did not carry over to this braid. So I had a little bit of a panic, and then towards the end, I obviously got the hang of it again. I am slowly starting to understand what tweaks I need to make to either the tension and or the speed to get the results that I want. Obviously, I was hoping that I had cracked the code already, but this is still only my third skein on this, so come on, we're still technically a beginner here. I do have one braid left of this. It is dyed slightly differently. The colours are the same, but the colour pattern is slightly different. I don't think it's going to be enough to cause masses of trouble. I also know, because of the type of person that I am, that I quite frankly just don't care. I am so obsessed with this. I wish if I turn, that is not what I wanted. Is this more accurate? This is looking more accurate using this color setting. Yes, there you go. That's better. This is so beaut. It's really giving me autumn vibes. I think this might become another, I can never remember if it's Traveller Shawl or Traveller Cowl. The one that attaches, I already have one and I was obsessed with that. I loved the knit from start to finish. I loved the fibre from start to finish because that was made with hand spun. I think I might knit a second one with this. I think I'm probably going to have enough. But obviously I will double check and see what kind of meterage I have and what other patterns there are for this weight. And see, because it would be, I think it would be a shame to not do a little bit of research. But I do have braid number 2 in here, which I'm going to start tomorrow, I think.
So yes, I think tomorrow I am going to make a start on the 2nd. I don't think I'm going to have any more skeins finished during week 2. But week 3, we'll just have to see. Typically, I have a week off just after tour finishes, but I should have a little bit more free time during week 3 spent actually at home. So hopefully I can power through and get certainly one more skein, and then that will be like 5.5 skeins completed during tour. I don't know if that's good or bad. This is my first tour, so I'm happy with that. I'm obviously not going to stop spinning past this. I'm just not going to make spinning like 100% my focus. It's going to be more of a 50-50 split. But yes, this is where we are at on day whatever it says in the corner. I cannot turn the fan off. It is so hot. So I'm very sorry if this is going to cause any issues. It is day 14, maybe. It is the last day of week 2 of Tour de Fleece, basically. Today was my sister's birthday, so I'm just trying to get my 15 minutes minimum of spinning in now. As you know, I did only manage to complete 1 skein of yarn this week, which is so upsetting, and I can imagine probably a little disappointing for you guys watching too. So I am really sorry about that. I have just started my 2nd skein. I can't hold this up for you, but I mean literally just started. It's already taking me a second because, of course, even between these 2 braids, they don't even spin the same, which is a little bit frustrating. So I'm trying to figure out the settings for this one without using up too much of the fibre. Obviously, with the skein I just showed you, I ended up with a ton of singles left, but the way that the 2 braids have been dyed is slightly different. I probably should have just halved both braids, but I just didn't consider that. So what I'm going to do is leave this, and then whatever scraps I have left from this one, I will spin with this, I think, because I don't want to join onto this and then it be really different and look strange and not combine with this. I don't know if that is the right thing to do or not, but that is the decision that I have made nonetheless. I will be back home for week 3, so that should mean that I have more time to spin. I would like to finish this braid, and then I am purely focusing on fleece. I don't know if I am going to start to spin any of my white fleece at this point, or if I should just focus on getting my Shetland done, because I think that, considering I have already started that, it would just make the most sense to get that one finished, and then as soon as that's done, start spinning the white fleece. But also, that is something I wanted to talk to you guys about, and that is my videos post Tour de Fleece. What is it that you guys would like to see? I have really enjoyed doing a vlog across the whole week. Obviously these have been 99% spinning. I would obviously include knitting in those, and then anything else that I get up to, really. I would have a lot of fun making those. If you guys would have a lot of fun watching those, let me know. Because you guys do have a level of control, right? You're the guys that are consuming this media. I want to make sure that you are enjoying what it is that you are consuming. So let me know your opinions on that, please. What else? What else? I think that is everything. Oh my god. I think that is everything that I have for you right now. Hopefully this skein will be finished by the end of the weekend, and then we can get straight back onto fleece. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for subscribing as well. Hello 250 subscribers, what the hell. So yeah, if you're watching this and you aren't already subscribed, please subscribe. Hit the notification button if you want to be notified when I upload. I am trying to upload once per week. I have not got a set day because I work 4 days one week, 6 days another, so it's not possible for me to upload on the same day every week, but I still am trying to get a video to you guys at least once a week. So yes, that was my question to you guys today. Moving past Tour de Fleece, what kind of style of content is it that you guys would be most interested in seeing? Because I also am a huge fan of knitting as well as spinning, so we could do 50-50 vlogs. Let me know what you think. Yeah, I think that's everything I have. I feel like I'm forgetting something. If so, I'll probably will touch on it on the start of the next video. So yes, thank you so much, guys. Bye.